Welcome inside the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. I'm JayDe Beaudry, and it is so sweet to have you with us on a Saturday night. You are listening to national champion Long Beach State men's volleyball on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. It's time for a rematch between number 3 Long Beach State and number 18 CSUN, less than 24 hours after the Beach pulled off a comeback on the road in 5 sets in Northridge. After setting the tone last night and pulling away late in set 1 against the Matadors, Long Beach State struggled mightily in sets 2 and 3. And in front of a relentless crowd, the Beach had to force a 5th set to preserve a winning streak against CSUN that has now extended to 11 straight games. With last night's result, Long Beach State to improve to 15-4, while CSUN dropped to 12-7. Yet the records will certainly be secondary to what everyone in the Matadome saw last night from both teams. Long Beach struggled to find their footing and were shaken at times, but leaned on contributions from their bench, while CSUN played fearless volleyball from the first serve to the last. In the end, the defending national champions may have bent, but refused to break. And that brings us to tonight, where the question is, which squad is ready to do battle again, this time under the lights of the Pyramid? We are moments away from first serve, so let's run you through the starters. For Long Beach State, only one change in the lineup, and that comes in the middle. Jake Pizzanti will set the ball. Jackson Chris, coming off a career high in kills last night, starts at middle blocker 1, and the change at middle blocker 2. Isaiah Pruitt starts on the bench tonight, and Ben Braun, who entered in the later sets of last night's 5-set win, gets the start at middle blocker 2. The outside pairing remains the same. Alex Kondev alongside Skylar Varga, who tied a season high with 18 kills last night in Northridge. The opposite once again is Daniil Hrstanovic, as Wojciech Gajek, the reigning Big West Freshman of the Week, is on the bench to start this one. The everyday libero Kellen Larson also gets the start for Long Beach State. And for CSUN, led by fourth-year head coach Theo Edwards, the lineup mostly the same as well. The setter Owen Doffner, coming off another 40 assist and 3 kill performance for the 4th straight game, will run the offense. The middle blocker pairing Shane Nem and Malcolm King. King, the middle blocker 2, making just his second start of the season and his second start since 2024. The outside hitter pairing Joao Pedro Avila. Last night the outside hitter won, tonight dressed as both an outside and libero. Jordan Lucas replaces Hank Kaufman in the starting lineup at outside hitter as well, alongside Jalen Phillips, the red-hot opposite and offensive leader for CSUN. 2 liberos dress out. It's Chris Carnizes and Joao Pedro Avila, as previously mentioned, and it's CSUN tonight dressed in all red. Starting tonight at libero, Joao Pedro Avila steps onto the floor first, wearing the all-white uniform with red trim. For the Beach, it's an all-white look with Kellen Larson, libero, dressed in all black. CSUN take the left side of the floor and will have the first serve. Owen Doffner will get us underway. What a night he had last night. The 6'7" setter from Stevenson Ranch, California. 46 assists, tying a season high. The ball is up. Doffner swings across, and we are underway in the Pyramid. Pizzanti, quick to Ben Braun, and right away, it's the middle, feasting on an inch-perfect set from Jake Pizzanti. Ben Braun missed those games against Hawaii and the series against Jessup previously, last appearing in this Pyramid against Penn State on March 7th. Finished last night with 6 kills on 8 swings. 1 serving nothing. Pizzanti hard and across. Doffner forced to just keep it alive, and it's tipped over by Nem. Pizzanti now turns to the left side. Varga off the double block, and it's bumped back over by the Matadors. Pizzanti now, a D ball to Hrstanovic, tries to tool the block, and it's back on the Long Beach side. Braun touches it over. Doffner from the 10-foot line sets it over to Phillips, goes over the block, and it's kept alive. Bumped out to Hrstanovic right side, and it's dug out in the back row by Lucas. Doffner now to the Bic, and Lucas is blocked, but it's out of bounds. CSUN win a long one. And the officials changed their call. It was indeed a roof. Long Beach get the block inbounds. And it's 2-0 here in the Pyramid. Pizzanti tosses high. This time he misses. Targeting area 1 right down the line. Looking at Jordan Lucas tonight, making the start, an outside hitter. 1 serving 2 now in set 1. Serve hard and across. Kondev pass. Pizzanti. Left side. Hrstanovic dunks it right down. And a nice disguise run in the middle to free up the sideline. Was Ben Braun jumping up to fake out the block of Phillips and Doffner. Skylar Varga 3 serving 1 to the back row. Passed up to Doffner to the middle. Nem blocked and roofed by Ben Braun. And the beach block getting active early after tallying 8 total last night. 2 blocks through the first 5 points here in set 1. Varga swings hard and across, and it's an ace! Right off the chest of João Pedro Avila and into the 16th row of the stands. Long Beach starting to establish some of that service pressure that was largely absent through the first 3 sets last night. They finished with 7 total aces, only 2 in the first 3. For a team that leads the nation in aces, it's now Varga trying to get cute and roll one across. Instead, it catches the tape, and CSUN able to side out the Canadian. It'll be 2 serving 5 now as Shane Nem heads behind the service line. Nem floats one across. Kondev to Pazanti in the middle. Back to Kondev left side. Off the hands of Jalen Phillips and out of bounds. It's a kill for Alex Kondev. He had 7 last night on 14 swings. Hit just 286. Getting the start once again on the pins alongside Skylar Varga. 6 serving 2. Braun floats one across. Doffner to the middle. Malcolm King able to get it off the hands of the triple block and out of bounds. Malcolm King, the Long Beach native, was Big West All-Freshman team in 2023, took a step up in 2024, redshirted last year, is making just his 2nd start of the season now on back-to-back nights for CSUN. 3 serving 6, Phillips hard to the back row, Pazanti to Christ in the middle, and Jackson Christ, fresh off a career night, cracks open his own personal scoreboard, 12 kills on 13 swings. The match of his young Long Beach State career was last night in Northridge, looking to back that up here tonight in the Pyramid. The Beach threw 10 points, hitting an even 500 as Daniil Hrstanovic serves one long beyond the end line. And CSUN get a point back. It's 4 serving 7. Jordan Lucas, float serve across, Kondev pass, Pazanti from the 10-foot line, back to Kondev left side, off the block, and then off Alex Kondev and out of bounds. CSUN trying to purchase some of their own real estate now above the net. Northridge block was also active last night, 8 blocks to match Long Beach State's total. 5 serving 7, Lucas floats one across, Pazanti back to Kondev left side, this time dug out by Avila. Lucas takes the second touch from the back row, setting over to Kaufman. He swings off the block and gets the kill. Hank Kaufman stepping onto the floor tonight. The redshirt sophomore, 6'5" and fresh off a 13-kill performance last night on his home floor. The 2nd highest tally of his career after he had 14 in the season opener against Maryville. Another serve from Lucas. This time it's a set to the middle, and another block, and another roof for CSUN. Ben Braun rejected by Malcolm King, and it's 7-all in set 1. A big height disparity there. Ben Braun 6'11", Malcolm King just 6'5", as Lucas sees his service run come to an end, floating one into the net. Long Beach take the lead at 8-7, and up steps Alex Kondev to serve. Last night, just the 2nd match of the season where Kondev unable to tally an ace. He tosses high, rolls this one across. Avila to Doffner. Left side, Kaufman blocked and roofed. It's right back down off the shoulder of Hank Kaufman and then out of bounds. After a marathon last night, blockers for both teams have to be licking their chops tonight, knowing that every swing might have a little less mustard on it. 9 serving 7 now. Kondev hard and across. Avila to the ground on the pass. Doffner, D-set. Phillips from the back row gets the kill. Jalen Phillips, built of dynamite. 11 kills on 42 swings last night. Set more than anybody else on the floor by far. Backed it up with one of his highest kill totals of the season. 8 serving 9, Malcolm King for the Matadors. Rips one hard and tried a cross-court serve that missed long. Another service error for CSUN. The Matadors had 8 in set 1 last night, but were able to serve cleanly for the rest of the match so far here in set 1. Only their second error from behind the service line. Jackson Christ for the Beach, 10 serving 8. To the back row, passed out by Lucas. Doffner, D-set Phillips over the double block, and it's touched once, touched twice by Varga. It's onto the CSUN side. Nothing the Beach can do about that one, as Phillips forced the overpass, and the Beach were left scrambling. Another kill for the redshirt sophomore Jalen Phillips. Jackson Christ heads to the bench. On comes Kellen Larson for serve receive. Owen Doffner to serve for CSUN, 9 serving 10. He rips this one into the tape. And the Beach restore their 2-point advantage. Jake Pizzanti finished last night with a kill, his only one of the match, going up against Malcolm King and Joao Pedro Avila to lay down the winner in set 5. Here he serves. Passed up to Doffner, sets the big for Lucas. It goes off the tape and then catches a bit of the tan-colored Terraflex inside the white lines. It's a kill for Jordan Lucas. The Hacienda Heights, California native, Grand Canyon transfer in his second season with the Matadors. Served hard and across by Kaufman. Hurstnovich has to take the second touch. Sets cross-court to Skylar Varga. And what a play from the Canadian. Gets a tip off the triple block and finds the far corner. Skylar Varga hit .375 last night to go along with those 18 kills. Also had an ace. Still among the top 5 servers in the nation in aces per set. 12 serving 10 in set 1. Skylar Varga serves one to the back row. Set goes over to Phillips, has to just touch it over the block. Varga, second touch. Tries to backset it to Hurstnovich, and it's the Canadian connection that gets the kill. Hurstnovich just got a touch on the double block before it went out of bounds. Both teams with a much more sluggish start to this one in terms of pure energy on the floor here in set 1. And it's the Beach who lead 13-10. Skylar Varga booms one into the net. Last night in Northridge, a raucous crowd inside the Matadome made life for Long Beach very difficult in between timeouts and in between every single point. A much more temperate Pyramid crowd here tonight. 11 serving 13. Nem floats it across. Kondev pass to Pizzanti. D-set Hurstnovich blocked by Lucas, but it's beyond the back line. The 6'3" redshirt junior Jordan Lucas nearly sent Hurstnovich packing. Instead, the block goes onto the Long Beach State logo beyond the back line of the Terraflex. And they each make a change in service. On comes Ryan Peluso for Ben Braun. The Floridian and southpaw swinger serves it hard and across. Kaufman pass. Doffner, D-set Phillips, wide open. And he lets one rip. A cross-court kill for Jalen Phillips. And a sensational set from Owen Doffner to set him up. Jalen Phillips, who can touch above 12 feet, left with no blockers in his airspace. Now a chance to serve for the Matadors. Phillips rolls this one across. Larson pass. It's errant. And Hurstnovich has to bump it back inbounds. Kondev with two hands free balls it across. Avila first touch. Doffner from the 10-foot line. Back to Phillips. And he gets the kill around a double block this time. Jalen Phillips, 4 kills on his first 6 swings. As CSUN draw ever nearer. 13 serving 14. Jalen Phillips tosses, serves, and he got some line love. Kellen Larson let it go, and Jalen Phillips picks up an ace to tie us at 14. His 12th ace of the season, and for Phillips, he gets so high above the net, he really can just pick his shot, that time electing to target area 2, cross-court, almost inside the 10-foot line. Here he serves again. Same area. This time Hurstnovich is there. Passing to Pizzanti. Christ in the middle. Off the block touch and out of bounds. Long Beach State, the first to 15 here in the Pyramid. But some signs of that same fight, that same perseverance, and that same grit from the Matadors. We'll step away here on 22 West Radio. Long Beach lead in set 1, 15-14 over CSUN on 22 West Radio. Both teams return to the Terra Flags here in the Pyramid. Long Beach State ahead of CSUN 15-14 here in set number 1. Last night with the 5-set match we saw on the road in Northridge, CSUN snapped some bad habits against Long Beach State, taking the first set off of the beach since 2024. Hoping to make a comeback here in set 1. Daniil Hrstanovic behind the service line. Tips this one across the tape, and it falls in the back corner. Daniil Hrstanovic picks up where he left off in set 5 last night. Hrstanovic was able to dial up 4 aces, including one that set up match point for the beach in set 5. 2 aces in that 5th set, and 1 ace now here in the first. 16 serving 14. Hrstanovic fastball passed up by Lucas. Doffner left side above his own head to Phillips. He swings cross court, and he got a touch off the block, and it landed inside the white lines. Another kill for Jalen Phillips. March 19th, Phillips became just the 16th Matador to eclipse 1,000 kills, building on that total here in conference play against the Beach. Served hard and across by Hrstanovic. The call had been overturned, and it's another ace for the Canadian. Communication tonight from the officials: Tommy Barty up on the chair, Christina Gonzalez, the down judge, Andrew Schreiber, and Heather Pickett with the flags in the corners. They had overturned the previous call. Hrstanovic served again. It's another ace and a 4-0 run now for the Beach. 18 serving 14. Hrstanovic hard across, and it's a back-to-back ace for Daniil Hrstanovic. The Beach are bashing their way to a 5-point lead now in set 1. 3 aces for Daniil Hrstanovic in the frame, and it's a timeout called by Theo Edwards. Matadors want a chance to talk things over, and why not? This is the Long Beach State team that this Pyramid has gotten accustomed to so far this season, a team that's averaging above 2.5 aces per set. Just 7 last night against CSUN on the road, and only 9 in that series against Hawaii last week. Uncharacteristic, yes, but the Beach were always going to find a way to bounce back, and Daniil Hrstanovic, after last night not having his best offensive performance, leaned on his service to get him back into the game, and that looks to be the case once again here tonight. 3 kills and now 3 aces for the Toronto, Ontario native that head of this season had to take a month off of volleyball after not only missing the end of last season, but missing the national championship game that Long Beach State was able to persevere in over UCLA at the Covelli Center. He's come into this season alongside Wojciech Gajek and formed one of the most fearsome opposite pairings Long Beach State men's volleyball has ever seen. Nick McRae last night commending the perseverance of Hrstanovic to shake off some rough early sets and finish strong, as Gajek, reigning Big West Freshman of the Week, not exactly prepped and ready to play tonight. Dressed in some plain clothes, but not a scratch on the lineup card after he put on 2 incredible performances against Hawaii to take home that award this week. Out of the timeout, Hrstanovic ready to serve again. A 5-0 run for Long Beach State, 19 serving 14, and a 70-mile-an-hour swing off the arm of Daniil Hrstanovic bounces 5 feet beyond the end line. Jordan Lucas ready to serve, getting the start tonight. Taken out of the starting lineup last night after 12 straight. D-ball, Hrstanovic off of a good pass from Larson. And the Canadian is able to successfully side out CSUN. Excuse me, no, the call is overturned again. It's CSUN with the point. Hrstanovic missed the line. Lucas to serve, 16 serving 19. Kondev overpass. Kaufman at the net, rejected by Pizzanti. Back to the Matador side. Kaufman now gets the set from Doffner. Left side swinging. He's got the kill. A touch off the block. And just like that, CSUN make it a 2-point set. Nick McRae calls timeout. We'll step away briefly here on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State 19, CSUN 17 in set 1 here on 22 West Radio. out of the timeout. Both teams returned to the floor during the break. Chair Judge Tom Ubardi and floor judge Christina Gonzalez had a brief conference just to figure out their own hand signals to make sure they're on the same page. There have been a few times so far here tonight where Ubardi has signaled one way, Gonzalez the other. It's caused a little bit of confusion here in the pyramid, but now it looks to be all square for the rest of set one. CSUN, after giving up a 5-0 run to Daniil Hrstanovic, have now scored 3 straight points, and it's Jordan Lucas, the catalyst of another short run here behind the service line. He serves again, a float to the back row. Varga hand pass, Pizzanti. It's a big set. Skylar Varga from the back row, rattles the cage, and it falls on the CSUN side. Second kill of the set for Skylar Varga. He had 6 in set one last night, as he provided plenty of offensive firepower. Long Beach State the first of the red zone. 20 serving 17 here. Kondev, high toss, ripped across. Avila pass, Doffner over to Kaufman, blocked and roofed. Kaufman tried to touch it into the double block and was met with 4 hands across. For Long Beach State, it has been the aces and the blocks all season long that have provided them success. 4 aces, 4 blocks now in set one. Kondev serves again. Doffner, D-ball, Phillips around the double block and down in the back row. Jalen Phillips, Mr. Automatic for CSUN. 5 kills now on 8 swings. CSUN get the serve back at 18-21. Trying to close the gap late here in set one against Long Beach State. Malcolm King, served across. Kondev on a dive, keeps it alive. Bump from Larson in the back row. Skylar Varga swings off a triple block, and it lands out of bounds. Another kill for the Canadian. It'll bring Jackson Christ up to the service line. Not only was Christ outstanding offensively last night, had an ace as well. 32 on the season now for the middle blocker. Those are ridiculous numbers. Harden across again to some oohs and ahs. Avila pass, out of bounds Doffner, back inside. Phillips swings, and it's a joust at the net now. Back on the Long Beach side, Pizzanti swings on 2, and he gets rejected by both the tape, and it looks like Hank Kaufman in the vicinity as well. Some chaos up there at the net for the Beach. And Jake Pizzanti trying to turn offensive. He was roofed by Hank Kaufman. 19 serving 22 now. As Owen Doffner tosses high. Serves across, overpass by Varga. Avila first touch. Doffner, D-ball, Phillips, down in the back row. Sometimes the superlatives just run short. Jalen Phillips averaging just shy of 5 points per set. That's first in the Big West and top 10 in the NCAA. And he is flexing his muscles here in set one already. 6 kills on 10 swings. It is almost automatic when Jalen Phillips has the ball in his hands. And it was back in 2024 in his freshman season when he really burst onto the scene. And in 2025, last year, was the first Matador on the AVCA All-American first team since 2010. Nick McRae calls his second time out here in set one to talk things over as the Beach lead 22-20. But Jalen Phillips, a guy that Theo Edwards brought into the CSUN program after watching him in club volleyball and seeing Phillips and his raw athleticism sit on the sidelines. Theo Edwards couldn't quite believe his eyes when he saw a kid with such natural raw talent not being utilized to his full potential. Recruited him to CSUN, was able to sit him down and really explain what his role was going to be over the next few years, and that was going to be the star. It's rare that you see a kid only in his redshirt sophomore season be this dominant, but that's exactly what Jalen Phillips is. Already eclipsing 1,000 kills. And really, it is Phillips who is the litmus test for this entire CSUN team. If he's playing well, this entire team rides on his momentum. Already a good start for Phillips. Just 1 error on those 10 swings here in set one. He's hitting 500 as a team. CSUN hitting 238 to Long Beach State's 316. Once again for Long Beach, it is those aces and blocks causing havoc, but the Beach have not been able to thwart Jalen Phillips yet. And you better believe that everybody in this pyramid is going to catch on quick to number 18 in red. 20 serving 22 out of the break. Doffner, Harden across. Varga pass, gets the set right back from Pezzanti, swings cross court, disrupted and kept alive. Now Doffner, D-set, Phillips, blocked by Skylar Varga, and it's off the dome of Jalen Phillips on the other side and out of bounds. Long Beach pick up a big-time block on the aforementioned Jalen Phillips. That's the catch-22 with the opposite. You can set him so many times, but eventually the block will beat you to it. 23, serving 20 now for the Beach. Jake Pezzanti rocking a black leg sleeve on his right leg. Booms it across, an errant pass into the scorer's table. It's an ace for Jake Pezzanti, and now the Pyramid faithful can rise to their feet. Theo Edwards now will burn a timeout of his own, and when we come back, it is set point in set one for Long Beach State. 24-20 into the timeout on 22 West Radio. Out of the timeout, the Pyramid faithful rises to their feet. Set point in set one for Long Beach State. 24, serving 20, Jake Pezzanti takes a deep breath. Setter tosses high, booms one across, passed out of the back row. Doffner to Phillips, and CSUN stay alive for one more point. Phillips attacking from the left side this time, and it's the same result. A good 31 ball there from Doffner as well. As CSUN make a change, and it's the other Doffner on this CSUN roster replacing Jordan Lucas. Noah Doffner steps in at the pin hitter position. Still set point for Long Beach State. Pezzanti turns to Kondev, coming from the back row. And the Noah Doffner block is out of bounds. Long Beach State takes set one, 25-21, and we move to set two, just as we did last night when Long Beach took set one on CSUN's home floor, 25-20. Matadors hoping for a similar response to the one they had last night, forcing the defending national champions to a fifth set. We'll return in just a few moments right here on 22 West Radio for set two action, live from the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. The teams have switched sides here in the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid, and we are moments away from kicking off set 2 here between Long Beach State and CSUN, the number 3 and the number 18 teams in the nation. In set 1, Long Beach State hit 333 to CSUN's 217 and are able to establish some of that regular dominance that this team is known for so well. 5 aces to CSUN's 1 in the first set, alongside 5 blocks to the Matadors' 2. For Long Beach State, the starters return to the floor, as do the starters for Northridge. Jake Pizzanti in rotation 1 will serve first here for the Beach. Jake Pizzanti last night, 52 assists, just shy of his season high, which he set in this building on night 1 against Hawaii, a 53 assist performance in a match that went 5 sets. Huntington Beach native Jake Pizzanti takes a deep breath. It's a 4 pattern across the back for CSUN. A high toss, and it's boomed across, passed out by Kaufman. Doffner to the back row. Lucas pushes into the tape, and it's the first point here in set 2 for the Beach. Jake Pizzanti can look to serve again. Jordan Lucas lining up tonight, looking to make a difference for his squad. Last played against Princeton back on March 11th. Getting the start tonight by Theo Edwards. Serve hard and across by Pizzanti is 7 feet out of bounds. And we're tied at 1 here in set 2. Owen Doffner, the redshirt sophomore setter for CSUN. Tosses high and booms one across at 64 miles an hour. That also misses the end line by a good 5-7 feet. Slower pace here to start set 2. You can really feel tired energy from both teams after last night's marathon as this match wears on. Vargas serve, pass by CSUN up to Doffner, and it's Shane Nem in the middle with a neat kill. Pushing the ball with his right hand over to the right side of the Long Beach front line. Skylar Varga wants a quick conference with Tom Yule-Barty just to make sure that wasn't a lift by the 6'4" Shane Nem. Everybody happy with the call, and we're tied at 2. Hank Kaufman now serves hard to the back row. Larson pass, Pizzanti to Kondev, left side, pushed through, but dug out by Doffner. Avila now back set to Lucas, and a soft touch kill that rolls across the tape and falls just beyond the 10-foot line. Gives CSUN the advantage at 3-2. For Lucas, just his second kill on 4 swings. As Kaufman serves, passed out. Pizzanti to Kondev, left side off the double blocking, kept alive only briefly as Joao Pedro Avila could not get a second touch. It was an errant pass out of the back row. And Joao Pedro Avila, who last night had a fantastic game dressing as a pin hitter, 8 kills on 24 swings tonight, the starting libero in place of Chris Carnices. 3-all, served across. Doffner to Lucas again, this time on the left side. Lucas gets the kill, and he's a little gimpy getting up. Might have rolled his ankle, but he's able to shake it off and continue. A brief grimace from Jordan Lucas, but he'll be just fine. Signals over to Theo Edwards on the bench that he's okay to continue. And CSUN retake the lead at 4-3. Nem serves, a float down the line that catches nothing. It's a service error for CSUN, and the Beach take the lead. Tie things up now at 4. In the back row, Joao Pedro Avila turning to Hank Kaufman and saying, "This is the same team we played last night. Let's be aggressive." Herstanovich, hard serve across. Lucas, pass way out of bounds. Doffner just has to get it back inside to Phillips, who elevates above the double block, but sends his swing long. Long Beach take the lead at 5-4. The gym much quieter tonight in the Pyramid. Still a healthy crowd in attendance. Well over 1,500 fans. But all that communication on the floor has been loud for CSUN and available for everyone to hear. As Herstanovich sends a serve beyond the back line, another service error for the Beach. Their 7th of the night, and we're tied at 5 in set 2. João Pedro Avila briefly went to the bench and then was pushed back onto the floor. CSUN serving. It's Phillips pushing one across. Pazanti over to Kondev left side. Dug out by Avila. Back across and out of bounds. Alex Kondev picks up the kill. And João Pedro Avila, a bit of confusion, still forced to make a play. Alex Kondev gets the kill. And Long Beach leads 6-5. Kondev tosses high to the back row, missed it by a whisker. Targeting Hank Kaufman in the middle back of the CSUN back row. No service errors starting to pile up last night. Long Beach State finished with 21 service errors, CSUN with 22. Jordan Lucas now a float serve. This one's in. Kondev hand pass. Pazanti, D-set Hrstanovic off the double block. And it's Doffner chasing it down the sideline. He can't keep it up. It's a kill for Neil Hrstanovic. Nobody on the Long Beach side to this point with more than 5 kills. Alex Kondev leading the way with 4. Varga and Hrstanovic with 3 apiece. Long Beach leads 7-6, and Jackson Christ gets a serve into the back row. Doffner pass to the middle. Malcolm King, a royal flush. Straight down for the Long Beach native and graduate of Long Beach Poly High School, the former Jackrabbit, jumping out of the gym. And he's still swinging 1,000 here tonight. His second kill on 2 swings ties us at 7. Energy continues to be subdued here in the pyramid. King tosses and misses his serve terribly. Shanked it off his thumb, and it barely got back inside the 10-foot line on the Matador side of the floor. King has to shake that one off and head right to the bench as João Pedro Avila replaces him in the right back of serve receive. Not the best way to exit the floor for Malcolm King. 8 serving 7. Pazanti hard across to the back row and down for an ace. Jake Pazanti's second ace of the night, and it's a beauty. Corkscrewing to the back row, and the Matadors could not handle it. 2-point lead now for the Beach here in set 2. Nine serving 7. Pazanti, another hard serve. Overpass this time. Larson first touch. Pazanti to Ben Braun in the middle. And Ben Braun got a touch. Flashing the money sign. As this one might be close. Braun swung off high hands. They're showing the replay now in the pyramid. Ooh. And Theo Edwards might need to think about a challenge here. Officials calling a touch off the CSUN block. As the score stands now, it's 10-7. Theo Edwards 0 for 1 on challenges last night. Issued just a single challenge in the second set. Long Beach were 4 for 5. And conversation is now wrapping up around the floor. Edwards will not challenge this one. So it's Long Beach 10, CSUN 7 now. Jake Pazanti on a run now. 3 straight points for the Beach. Pazanti tosses, serves across. Better pass from Avila to Doffner inside the 10-foot line. Right side Phillips, disrupted by the block. Kondev bumps it up. Pazanti, D-ball Hrstanovic. Cross court. And now Theo Edwards wants a chance to talk things over with this Matadors squad that, as this game wears on, look increasingly worn out from last night's 5-set marathon. Hrstanovic plenty of time and space above the net to make his decision, and he unleashes his 5th kill into the timeout. Long Beach State 11, CSUN 7 here on 22 West Radio. in that timeout. Theo Edwards showing his team a few different patterns in serve receive, looking to stop Jake Pizzanti, who's on a 4-0 run right now behind the line for the Beach. 11 serving 7 here in set 2. CSUN looking for a way back into this one. Down 1-0 after Long Beach took set 1, 25-21. Pizzanti, hard serve to the back row, popped right up by Lucas Duffner on his horse. Backs it out of bounds. Kaufman just has to free ball it across. Braun for his touch. Pizzanti, big set. Kondev blocked, and it's out of bounds. Back on the Long Beach side, Alex Kondev picking up his 5th kill. And Jake Pizzanti running an efficient offense to this point for Long Beach State, who are hitting above 800 here in set 2. 6 kills now on 7 errorless swings. Pizzanti serves to the back row, and it's out of bounds. A side out finally for CSUN. It'll be 8 serving 12, and Owen Doffner looking to get the Matadors back within striking distance. 6'7" setter. Tosses, serves, passed by Varga with ease. Pizzanti to Ben Braun in the middle. And he goes head hunting. João Pedro Avila had to protect the moneymaker as Ben Braun punished from above the net. And some serious velocity on the swing from Ben Braun gives Long Beach lead at 13-8. Varga serve, popped up by Avila. D-set this time to Kaufman, dug out on the line by Larson. Pushed over to Kondev, tried to tool the triple block, and was rejected by Jalen Phillips. Long Beach did well to keep that rally alive, but Alex Kondev rejected. And now the call's been overturned. They're going to call a challenge issued here by Theo Edwards. Pardon the interruption. Both teams a bit confused. There was a net called in the middle of that rally that gave Long Beach State the point early before Phillips could lay down the kill, so the officials were poor over this one. Completely new officiating crew than the one we had last night in Northridge. And as the score stands now, it's Long Beach State 14, CSUN 8. Long Beach have won 11 straight games against the Matadors. And CSUN have not won in this building since 2010. It was January 15th, 2010 that CSUN swept Long Beach State. That was the last time the Matadors were able to pull out a result here in Long Beach. Tonight, the 95th meeting all-time between these two teams. And the second between Theo Edwards and Nick McRae, the first being last night. Edwards in his 4th season at the helm of CSUN. Nick McRae, his first as the head coach of Long Beach State, but these two coaches have been going at it in the Big West for over a decade, as Edwards was promoted from longtime assistant to head coach back in 2023, spent over a decade on Jeff Campbell's staff, and is now the leader of this CSUN program that has been an ever-present member of the AVC Top 20 over the past 3 seasons. Challenge is unsuccessful, so Edwards loses one and then makes a change. Off goes Jordan Lucas. On comes Noah Doffner, so a change at the outside hitter position here. As Skylar Varga rips a serve right to Noah Doffner, to his brother, D-set. Kaufman rejected. And that ball did not catch the line. Point awarded to CSUN. Skylar Varga already wheeling away, ready to continue his service run. Instead, CSUN will pick up the serve and cut out a 6-0 run. As it stands, now Nick McRae showing the challenge card, cupping his hand in his C, and we will have another challenge here, challenging the in-out call on the block. So CSUN down to 2 challenges now. You get 3 challenges in NCAA Division I men's volleyball. If you're successful, you keep it. If you are unsuccessful, you lose it. And if we go to a 5th set and you have less than your 3 allotted challenges, you get 1 back. Last night, Long Beach 4 for 5. CSUN 0 for 1 on challenges. CSUN with only 2 remaining after losing that challenge just a point ago. Nick McRae pulling up the challenge card here for Long Beach State. Last year, Long Beach State were simply dominant against CSUN. 2 nights, only 6 sets played, back-to-back sweeps, and it was Danil Hrstanovic who was the catalyst on night 1 with 14 kills, hitting .737. And then on night 2 here in the Pyramid, Long Beach State dialed up 13 aces, 7 of them from AVCA Player of the Year Moni Nikolov, as CSUN will head to their lowest hitting percentage of this season, hitting just .016. After that match, though, CSUN were able to recover and finish the conference schedule 4-6. They made it to the Big West Championships out in Manoa at the Stan Sheriff Center. They nearly pulled off a shocker against UC Irvine, forcing the Anteaters into a 5th set. And after leading 10-6 and having 4 match points, it was UC Irvine who turned the tide and won that 5th set 19-17. Theo Edwards, after that loss in the Big West Championship, said he was nothing but proud of his team that had 3 All-American selections on it, the most for the Matadors since 2018. Only one of those All-American selections on the floor tonight. Jalen Phillips at opposite Tilasan Deldasov. Now the sophomore middle blocker unavailable, as CSUN has seen plenty of turnover at that position this season. And longtime setter Donovan Constable, graduating last year, making way for Owen Doffner. And the challenge is successful from Long Beach State. So the block was in, and Long Beach still with all 3 challenges here, as the pace of this second set has certainly slowed to a crawl. This crowd anxious to latch onto something, a big play, a highlight from the beach. Energy is certainly tired right now in the Pyramid. Still over 1,500 fans in attendance, but plenty of silent air around the court, as it's Long Beach 15 now, CSUN 8 after the score correction. Long Beach on a 3-0 run. And Skylar Varga ready to serve to get us back underway in set 2. Skylar Varga to the back row, passed out by Noah Doffner, up to Owen, cross-court set. Phillips rolls it over the double block. Pizzanti hooks it back inside. Larson bumps it above his own head. Kondev swings, kept alive. Bumped over from Avila, over to Kaufman, off the double block. He swings. Varga dives, keeps it alive. Pizzanti with a pancake. It goes into the Long Beach bench, and Daniil Hrstanovic able to get the 3rd touch, but to no avail. Jake Pizzanti now a little slow to get up. Grabbing on his left shoulder, trying to shake it out. And Pizzanti in a huddle now around his teammates, looking a little shaken up. Some jeers from the CSUN bench, not received well by the crowd. And we will step away briefly here as Jake Pizzanti is attended to. Long Beach State 15, CSUN 9 here in set 2 on 22 West Radio. Jake Pizzanti able to walk off on his own power, but he will head straight back to the locker room. Change at the setter's position now for Long Beach State. On comes Island Doty, the 6'5" senior setter, who last ran the offense on night 2 against Jessup. He's been the backup for 3 years in this Long Beach State program off of serve receive. His first set to Hrstanovic on the right side, and the Canadian pushes it through the double block and down for the kill. Island Doty now appearing in only his 14th set of the season. Also saw considerable time in the non-conference schedule against Long Island University. Has really had to ride the wave of this Long Beach State program that has seen a litany of great setters come through. Dane Hillis subs in to serve. He puts this one across. Doffner pushes to his brother left side, and it's a kill for Noah Doffner. These 2 brothers went to opposing high schools. Owen went to Hart High School. Noah went to West Ranch. They faced each other a few times in high school. They now find themselves on the same CSUN program. Both Doffner brothers were pin hitters in high school. Now it's one brother setting another. As off of serve receive again, it's a solid pass to Island Doty, and he finds Jackson Christ in the middle. A kill for the Long Beach State freshman middle blocker, and it's a 7-point advantage in set 2 for Long Beach State. Jackson Christ, 3 kills on 4 swings. And Daniil Hrstanovic tosses high, rips a serve across. Avila, high pass. Doffner, D-set. Phillips tries to tool the block, has to get a second touch, and then Christ elevates above the net and pokes it down for the kill. Phillips got rejected, took the first touch, it went right back above the tape, and Jackson Christ was there and aware. Easiest kill he'll have all night, as CSUN look incredibly jaded here in set 2, for lack of a better word. That long drive south here to the pyramid has now seen Long Beach State open up their largest lead of the weekend here in set 2 into a timeout called by Theo Edwards. It's Long Beach State 18, CSUN 10 in set 2 here on 22 West Radio. Out of the CSUN timeout, Long Beach State leads 18-10 here in the pyramid, and Jake Pizzanti still back in the locker room. Island Doty will continue to run the offense for Long Beach State, picking up 2 assists already. And Nick McRae said after that game against Jessup, night 2 here in the pyramid, they challenged Island Doty to become more accurate and more precise in his sets, giving him only about a 6-inch window to find his hitters. Doty successful on that night, notching a new career high with 26 assists. Now stepping in to conference play against the Matadors, and an 8-point lead for the Beach, now cut down to 7 off the service error from Daniil Hrstanovic. Doty, the Colorado Springs native, graduate of Doherty High School. Longtime backup to Aiden Knight, Moni Nikolov, and this season, Jake Pizzanti. As Jalen Phillips rolls a high serve across, passed out by Larson. Doty to Christ in the middle, off high hands and beyond the end line. Jackson Christ hanging and banging here in the pyramid. His 5th kill on 6 swings. And Island Doty is all smiles right now. Looking to close out set 2 here for the Beach. Alex Kondev, without an ace this weekend, rolls it high and across. Avila pass Doffner from behind the 10-foot line. Cross-court set to his brother, who gets the kill. It's Noah Doffner, swinging high off the block. And Doffner, with a big contribution last night in set 2, was able to come on, not only provide a spark, but provide a big-time block and pick up the first yellow card of his career for his celebrations. Checks back to the bench. No sub coming, and now it's Noah Doffner to serve. Hard and across, Kondev pass to Doty, 10-foot line, set left side. Varga through the double block and kept alive. Doffner now pushes cross-court Kaufman, left side, off the block and kept alive. Doty now to Varga, left side swinging. He got it off the block and out of bounds. Another kill for Skylar Varga. Another change coming, this time in service for the Beach. An 8-point advantage here in set 2. They lead 20-12. Off goes Jackson Christ. On comes Miles Jordan. Only 10 sets played in his freshman season, native of Houston, Texas. Last saw action on night 2 against Jessup. No aces in his young Long Beach State career. Dials up a serve here, passed up to Doffner. Kaufman left side, dug up by Hrstanovic down the line. Kondev second touch, sets to Hrstanovic, swinging from the back row, looking for high hands. And there's no contact above the net. It's a point for CSUN. So that will be a brief cameo for Miles Jordan as Kellen Larson checks in for serve receive. And CSUN make a change of their own. Off goes Malcolm King, the middle blocker. On in his stead to serve is Boaz Surson, who also appeared last night in a litany of sets as a service specialist. The Israeli, Surson, ready to serve. 13 serving 20, served into the net. And an immediate sign out for Long Beach State. as they inch closer to a set 2 victory. Sarsen heads off, replaced by João Pedro Avila. And now Island Doty, working his way around the rotation, will serve for the beach. High toss from Doty, cross-court serve, dug out by Avila, high to the net, joust won by Varga back on the CSUN side. Owen Doffner has to get it to the outside, and Hank Kaufman can only push it back to his teammates in red. Long Beach State now up by 9, 22-13. Owen Doffner, hands on his knees, looking exhausted here in set 2. These two teams went 5 sets last night. It was a late night for both teams and an early rise for Northridge, making the trip to Long Beach today as Island Doty serves hard into the bottom tape. And CSUN cut the deficit down to 8. It's 14 serving 22 here in set 2. That has really seen both teams and their momentum grind to a halt. It's Owen Doffner, the setter, tossing high. Serving one hard and across at 70 miles an hour, but it misses the end line. Despite the slow pace of the second set, Long Beach State still hitting 706. And with their backup setter in the game right now, Jake Pizzanti exiting halfway through with what appeared to be a shoulder injury, still back in the locker room. Island Doty running the offense. The Beach on the doorstep now, 22 serving 14. Vargas serves, passed out well to the middle for Shane Nem, and he gets the kill. Shane Nem with some Long Beach roots, spent 2 years at Long Beach City College. Thwarted twice in the CCAA playoffs, but was teammates for a year with Yorgi Bainev, national champion last year with Long Beach State. Kaufman serves, passed up to Doty, right side, Hrstanovic swings cross court and picks up his now team leading 7th kill. It's set point in set 2 for Long Beach State. Pyramid faithful on their feet, 24 serving 15. Braun down the line, passed up to Doffner, to his brother Noah. And it's another kill for Noah Doffner. Right through the double block and down. CSUN facing a massive deficit. Will play at least one more point here. Kellen Larson into serve receive for the Beach. And Shane Nem, a float serve, passed by Kondev to Doty, back to Kondev, off the double block and down in the back row. Long Beach takes set 2, 25-16, in about as dominant of a fashion as you'll find. Finishing set number 2, hitting 737 and looking like a luxury airliner above the net. Alex Kondev and Daniil Hrstanovic with 7 kills apiece, and we're headed to set 3. 25-21 in set 1, 25-16 in set 2 in favor of Long Beach State. And during the set 2 and 3 intermission, members of the 2016 Long Beach State men's volleyball team that made the NCAA Final Four will be honored on the Terraflex. We'll step away briefly and return for set 3 action right here on 22 West Radio. The honors all finished at midcourt, and that 2016 Final Four team includes a few familiar faces that are still ingrained into the ethos of this Long Beach State program. Among them, longtime head coach Alan Knipe and assistant Andy Reid, both honored in that ceremony, alongside current Long Beach State assistant coach Amir Lugo Rodriguez, a part of that team that reached the Final Four and had a few legends on the roster. TJ DeFalco, Josh Tuaniga, Kyle Ensing, all among them, all legends of the program. On the coaching staff that year, one Nick McRae. That initial group of DeFalco, Tuaniga, Ensing, among the men who helped shape Nick McRae as a coach under Alan Knipe. It was McRae joining the staff, wanting to learn about coaching, and ending up being taught a few lessons by some legends of this Long Beach State program over his first few years as the recruiting coordinator and then assistant coach under his longtime mentor, Alan Knipe. That 2016 team lost out to BYU in the Final Four, but finished with a 25-8 overall record. Back when Long Beach State competed in the MPSF, was the fourth-ranked team in the final AVCA national poll. And that set the stage for some memorable years to follow. And eventually in 2018, that national championship. 27 years in the making after the 1991 title. And here in set 3, Long Beach State defending their national championship, looking for their second win of conference play against the Matadors of Cal State Northridge. And it's a service error in rotation 1 for CSUN that gives Long Beach State the first point here in set 3. They've cracked open the broom closet here on the doorstep of a 3-set sweep. Skylar Varga serves. Avila pass. Doffner to the middle. And the first action of the night for Nir Aitan, the junior middle blocker from Telmond, Israel. Able to hang and bang for the first point here in set 3. Aitan appearing in just his 4th match of the season. That only his 6th kill. Previous to tonight, only playing against Kentucky State, Edward Waters, and UC Merced. Now he serves. Passed out by Larson. Doty still on the floor, running the offense. Turns to the back row, and there's Skylar Varga. Update on Jake Pizzanti, still not out of the locker room for Long Beach State. Exited with what appeared to be a left shoulder injury in set 2. Which means Island Doty is still the man in the middle for Long Beach State. Bren Braun serves at 2-1. Doffner cross court to Hank Kaufman, who is blocked and roofed by the beach. 7th block of the night for Long Beach State. And the set was dead on arrival from Owen Doffner. Ben Braun to serve. Beach up 3-1 in set 3. Hand pass, Doffner, D-set, Phillips, cross-court, dug out by Doty. Hurstanovic, back set to Kondev, who tools the block. And the wire is dancing. CSUN caught the net. And Kondev picked up the kill. So positives all around for Long Beach State. And now a 4-1 advantage in set 3. Braun serves. Passed by Kaufman. Doffner to the middle for Nem. And he gets a touch off of Skylar Varga's high hands in the back row. Successful side out there for CSUN. They'll send Owen Doffner back behind the service line. Backed up Donovan Constable in his freshman year and redshirted in his sophomore season, knowing he wasn't going to get a lot of playing time. Constable, a legend of this program, currently playing professional volleyball out in Cyprus. Constable no longer in the program. So it's Doffner manning the offense. His serve recycled well by the beach, pushed to the outside, and it's another kill for Alex Kondev. 5 serving 2 now in set 3. A hush over this pyramid crowd. Daniil Hurstanovic tosses high, and it's hard to the back row and well long, bouncing into the sandpit. Hank Kaufman, only in his 4th year playing volleyball. Serves it hard and across. Varga pass. Doty cross-court set. Left side, Alex Kondev. Able to side out CSUN. And it all feels business-like here for the beach. an early 3-point lead here in set 3 after CSUN started hot across 5 sets last night on their home floor. Kondev roll serve down the line, passed out by Doffner to his brother, and it's an oh-brother connection. 1, 2, 3 between the Doffner brothers. And it's the younger one who gets the kill. Noah Doffner, 6'7", same height as Owen, the setter, picking up the kill. Noah Doffner's 4th kill on 4 swings, still hitting 1,000. Served across, and Doty, D-set to Daniil Hrstanovic, down the line for the kill. Another successful side out for Long Beach State, and now it's 7 serving 4 and Jackson Christ behind the service line. The Christ family in attendance last night in Northridge. Father Jeff, member of the Long Beach roster in the early 90s. As Christ sees his serve dangle along the tape, it's set out to Phillips on the left side, and he's rejected by the block of Ben Braun and Skylar Varga. Jalen Phillips, 7 kills now on 19 swings. Thwarted that time, and Christ serves again, and it's an ace. Joao Pedro Avila laid out on his stomach, trying to pass that one, and it was off his fist and into the stands. And it's T-shirt time here in the Pyramid. Every ace here in set 3. We'll see a few T-shirts tossed into the crowd, a little extra energy infused into the Pyramid faithful. 9 serving 4. Christ hard to the back row, and he missed it long. Jackson Christ enjoying a phenomenal freshman season to this point, still among the nation's leaders in blocks per set. Also one of the most fearsome servers at the middle blocker position in the nation. Gave Long Beach State a 4-point lead. Now a hard serve across, dug out by Larson. Doty to the middle for Big Ben Braun. And a saucy swing above the net is straight down for the kill. Beautiful pass from Kellen Larson, and Ben Braun beat the blockers. Fantastic offense for the Beach here through sets 2 and 3. Now Island Doty, the man who's been running it, serves across. Doffner pass to the middle for Aitan. Disrupted by the tape and kept alive. Doty takes the second touch, and Skylar Varga tools the triple block and out of bounds. 6-point advantage now for Long Beach State, and a timeout called by Theo Edwards. CSUN another early deficit, and Long Beach State look destined to close this one out in 3. Into the timeout, it's Long Beach State 11, CSUN 5, here on 22 West Radio. You were listening to national champion Long Beach State men's volleyball on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. We can bring you some scores from around the men's volleyball landscape tonight, as there are a few matches Long Beach State will have their eye on. UC Irvine sweeping UC San Diego last night in 3 sets. It's currently tied between the Anteaters and the Tritons, 1 set apiece as we move into the third. Another match to keep an eye on tonight will be between Pepperdine and BYU. The Waves swept aside the Cougars last night in 4, 3 sets to 1. That match means Pepperdine continue their winning ways, and Long Beach State will need to continue theirs here in set 3. 11 serving 5 out of the timeout called by CSUN. Island Doty, hard serve across, popped up by Avila. Doffner D-set Phillips, swinging cross court, and he breaks up a bit of momentum for the Beach. Jalen Phillips, it's rare that we are this late into the game and he hasn't eclipsed double-digit kills. Long Beach State have done a good job quieting the opposite tonight. It's now 6-11, Noah Doffner. Corkscrews a serve down the line and out of bounds. A service error for CSUN as they cannot stack momentum behind the service line. 10th service error of the night for CSUN. Long Beach State with 7 aces tonight. Skylar Varga providing just one of those. Low toss, tips the tape as it rolls across. Noah Doffner to Avila. Free ball up to the net, and Phillips has to get it over. Now Doty pushes right side. Hrstanovic dunks it down. Flying in on the right side, and it was a beautiful set from Island Doty. Shoulders square to the net. He flipped it with his wrists over to Daniil Hrstanovic, and Island Doty is a man in rhythm. 13 assists. Playing less than a full set to this point. He has looked good. 13 serving 6. Varga across the tape. Hard serve pass by Kaufman. Doffner to the middle for Eitan. And a well-run route from the Israeli. Near Eitan in his spare time, also a DJ. Feeling a little bit of rhythm now. Picking up his second kill. CSUN still in a deficit, 7 serving 13. Eitan serves across. Larson pass. Doty to Braun. The set was a little high, but Ben Braun gets it with his fingertips and it falls into the campfire. Long Beach State continually fighting CSUN off the service line. And Kellen Larson has been a big part of that success. Dane Hillis now subs on to serve in place of Ben Braun. Made some crucial plays last night in sets 4 and 5. This serve down the line, and it's Doffner going over on 2. Doty read it in the back row, digging it out. Kondev swinging off a cross-court bump set from Hrstanovic, and he sends it into the net. Almost a highlight play for the Beach. Alex Kondev ready to unload. 9 kills for him tonight on now 14 swings. It is CSUN, though, who get the serve back, and it's Owen Doffner tossing high. 8 serving 14 in set 3. Varga pass up to Doty. D-set Hrstanovic down the line. Oh, my. Daniil Hrstanovic had the entire 5'6" area code to himself. Island Doty setting him up with a one-on-none. And for Daniil, it's his 10th kill. Hrstanovic now to serve. 3 aces on the night. To the back row, pass by Kaufman. Doffner pushing to Phillips, left side, through the double block, and down. Hrstanovic dove in to keep it alive, and he's looking towards the point of the pyramid, wondering how in the world he couldn't keep it up. It's a kill for Jalen Phillips, his 9th. 9 serving 15 now in set 3. Hank Kaufman low toss to the back row, passed by Varga. Doty to Kondev, left side, over the double block. And it bounces on the Terraflex. We came into tonight talking about the recovery for both of these teams. Long Beach here in set 3 looking the fresher of these two longtime Big West rivals. They have a 7-point lead to show for it. Kondev high toss. Across the tape, pancaked by Noah Doffner. Avila bumps it to the middle of the floor. Phillips into the triple block, back on the Matador's side. Avila jump set way out of bounds. Tried to fake out the Long Beach block. And that's an outside hitter, turns libero. Just unable to push it to the pins. The set way too long for Noah Doffner. And Avila comes up worse for wear, grabbing at his left forearm. It's a timeout for CSUN, and into the break, it's Long Beach State 17, CSUN 9 here in set 3 on 22 West Radio. Timeout breaks, and both teams return to the floor. Long Beach State leads CSUN 17-9 in set 3, 8 points away from a 3-set sweep over the Matadors. Changes coming out of the timeout for Nick McRae, satisfied with the performance of two men who have put in incredible shifts tonight. Island Doty heads to the bench, and it'll be a chance for the third-string setter, Ryan Peluso, to run the offense. Neil Hurstanovich also ready to be subbed off. Connor Bloom will replace him at the opposite position. Bloom, who trains as a left side hitter, can play both outside and opposite. And now the 6 on the floor for the Beach. Jackson Christ, Skylar Varga, Connor Bloom in the front row. Ryan Peluso will run the offense. Kellen Larson, and now Alex Kondev ready to serve. 17 serving 9 in set 3. Kondev rolls it across. Avila bumps it up. Doffner to his brother on the left side. Over the triple block and out of bounds without a touch. Alex Kondev can continue to serve. No aces yet for the Bulgarian on the weekend. Has not gone back-to-back games this season without an ace on his line. Opportunity to change that with the Beach up by 9 now in set 3. Serves to the back row, pass by Avila. Doffner to his brother, and Noah swinging from the left side, cross court, and off the hands of Alex Kondev for the kill. Noah Doffner, since entering replacing Jordan Lucas, has 5 kills on 6 swings. He's hitting .667, just a single error for him tonight. Great showing for Noah Doffner. Boaz Surson to serve for the Matadors. 10 serving 18, and it danced along the wire before falling back to the CSUN side for a service error. Surson subs out. Back in comes Joao Pedro Avila. We have not seen Chris Carnesis so far tonight. He is dressed in the libero uniform. It has been Avila all night long. And he has had a lot of work to do. Long Beach up 19-10. Jackson Christ, neon yellow shoes, tongue dangling, serves it into the net. 8-point advantage now for the Beach. Ryan Peluso yet to get the opportunity to set up one of his pin hitters. Jalen Phillips, 9 kills tonight. Serves across, passed up by Larson. Peluso, D-ball to Bloom. Blocked in, Peluso has to bump it up. Kondev bumps it back to the CSUN side, trying to find Bloom, and now Doffner swings on 2. Off the block of Skylar Varga and down the setter. Choosing to do it himself. For Ryan Peluso, it's only the second time he's been deployed at setter this season. Was brought on late on the road against UCLA at Pauley Pavilion for a few points. He'll be the one to close out set 3 as Jalen Phillips serves it out of bounds. And as Connor Bloom readies to serve, Nick McRae will now elect to take his third-string setter off the floor. Ryan Peluso, at least for now, exits. Daniil Hurstanovich replaces him. And Ben Braun comes in for Kellen Larson. So now it's Braun, Hurstanovich, Varga, Kondev, Larson and Bloom on the floor for the Beach. Changes all over the place. The Bloom boom, and the 5th-year senior serves across. Owen Doffner to his brother on the left side, blocked and kept alive once, then twice. Noah Doffner hooks one across. Larson pass. Hurstanovich takes the set to Skylar Varga left side, blocked and roofed. Owen Doffner and near Atan. And now Long Beach State will put a setter back on the floor. Connor Bloom comes off. Island Doty replaces him in the rotation. Ryan Peluso watches on from the bench, unable to pick up the assist in his short time on the floor. Now Noah Doffner serves. Larson passes from the back row. Doty, D-ball to Skylar Varga. And CSUN with a net violation. Blocking error goes against the Matadors, and it's now a 21-13 lead in set 4 for Long Beach State. It feels as if this third set and this long stretch of points for both teams just needs to come to a close. Long Beach 4 points away from a sweep. Varga served across. Atan pass from the 10-foot line. Doffner pushes cross coordinates, drifting above the net. Hurstanovich wins the joust, and it's kept alive by the Matadors. Noah Doffner bumping it across from the back row. Larson keeps it in. Beaudry from the middle to Kondev, swinging through and down. The Bulgarian with some side-eye to his bench. That was a close call along the back line, and Kondev was given the benefit of the doubt. It's now 22-13 in set 3 in favor of Long Beach State. For Alex Kondev, that's his 11th kill. Just one shy now of his season high when he had 12 against Ohio State. Vargas serves. Popped up by Aitan. Doffner from the back row. Pushes to Kaufman left side. Off the triple block and kept alive. Now Noah Doffner. Bumps it to Kaufman. Blocked again. Phillips first touch. Owen in the middle to the back row for his brother again. The Beach keep it alive off the block, and Hrstanovic has to free ball it over. Avila now to Owen Doffner. Back row again. It's Noah swinging through. And Doty passes it into the scorer's table. Another kill for Noah Doffner. His 6th. Noah Doffner with a pair of impressive performances in his freshman season. 17 kills against Purdue Fort Wayne and 10 against Edward Waters. Has not had this many against an opponent of this caliber so far this season. As Aitan serves it right into the antenna on the right side of the floor and claps his hands in frustration. Aitan getting some serious run at the middle blocker position to close out this game. His 3rd year with the program. As Braun serves, 23-14 for the Beach. Owen Doffner in the middle, D-set. Phillips sent it way beyond the end line, and it bounces into the VIP seats. And now it's match point for the Beach. 24 serving 14 in set 3. Braun tips the tape as it goes across. Doffner punches it up with one fist. Kaufman blocked, and Avila keeps it up. Now Noah Doffner pushes. It's well beyond the tape to the Long Beach side. Set to Hrstanovic. He wipes it across. Avila, second touch for CSUN. Kaufman from beyond the end line. He is blocked and roofed. And the Beach sweep aside the Matadors on night 2. The defending national champions take care of business and on the night hit 561. Dominant across sets 2 and 3, and they move to 2-2 in conference play. The Matadors drop to 0-4, and this one tonight in the Pyramid was a slugfest. Evident from the first serve that both teams still feeling the effects of the 5-setter last night. It finishes with Long Beach State hitting 333 in set 1, 737 in set 2, and then 647 in set 3. And if there's one thing you can count on, it's that both these teams will need some serious hydration after this one. Jake Pizzanti not in the handshake line for Long Beach State, exiting midway through set 2 with what appeared to be a left shoulder injury. Island Doty stepping in to run the offense, picking up 18 assists in just over a set's worth of action. For Long Beach State, the offensive leaders, Alex Kondev, 11 kills on 16 swings. Danil Hrstanovic, the exact same stat line all the way across. Sans the aces, Hrstanovic with 3 tonight. Skylar Varga, 7 kills. Jackson Christ, 5 on 6 swings. Ben Braun with the same stat line. Only difference is he did it without an error. Long Beach State dial up 7 aces and 9 blocks. CSUN just a single ace and 3 blocks on their line. And for the Matadors, their offensive leaders, Jalen Phillips with 9 kills, one of only a handful of games in his CSUN career with less than 10. Noah Doffner steps in midway through set 2, delivers 6 kills on 10 swings, and that about wraps it up for the CSUN offensive leaders. Owen Doffner, 25 assists tonight, only 1 kill, snapping a 4-game streak where he had at least 40 assists and at least 3 kills. Celebrations at midcourt now for Long Beach State have wrapped up, and in the postgame picture, members of the 2016 Final Four squad will step on to soak in the moment. Up next for CSUN after this one, a 2-match week against Santa Barbara, April 2nd and April 4th, and for Long Beach State, a home and away series against UC San Diego. The Beach will travel down to La Jolla on April 3rd and then host the Tritons right here in the Pyramid on April 4th. We will have both games for you here live on 22 West Radio. Thank you for joining us tonight at the Pyramid. I've been JayDe Beaudry, and this has been a presentation of Long Beach State Men's Volleyball on 22 West Radio, streaming live on YouTube and online at 88.1 KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. The next broadcast will be tomorrow afternoon, 1:05 first pitch at Bull Diamond at Blair Field, where Alex Prado will be on the solo call for Dirtbags Baseball in the black and blue rivalry against UC Irvine. I promise you won't want to miss it. Alex Prado also on the board tonight. A big thank you for running our show this weekend. Catch him on the call tomorrow. It'll be a sunny afternoon at Blair. And we will catch you in the Pyramid next week for UC San Diego. And we'll also be on the road, myself alongside Bruce Kuntz, on the call there. It finishes tonight, Long Beach 3, CSUN 0, a straight sweep for the defending national champions. And both teams will head back to the locker rooms looking to rest and rehydrate. Until next time, I've been JayDe Beaudry. This has been Long Beach State Men's Volleyball on 22 West Radio.